There's a reason we brought everybody here, and I will explain the reason why everybody is here. I will go straight into it. No foreplay. Since being back around, I've been contacted for various things, and we now have access to supply of deagles, supply of AK Mark 1s, and supply of AK Mark 2s. You, I'm sure, are aware of other suppliers of mags and stuff like that, like besties. We are basically in that situation, but for those firearms. Up to this point, we haven't really directly told anyone that this is a thing, because we've started a new thing alongside the Manor. But we figured that, hey, if you're in our gang, we should probably trust you, right? You're gang members, so you should know what's going on and be involved. We've started something called the brokers, which is our method of distributing these weapons. What that means is we have alternate personas where we wear disguises and use voice altering masks and stuff like that. And we've been contacting groups, and we've been telling them that we can sell them information. We don't sell guns, we sell information. We say we have information worth $300,000. They then pay the money. They'll receive 300K worth of guns, but they'll receive it in a way that to them, they're doing a mission based on the info we've given them, and they get 300K worth of shit, meaning that we're never, in theory, weapons trafficking. We're just selling information that leads to them getting guns. So if we want to undercut the market, how the f are you going to prove we're undercutting it? Because we ain't even selling guns, right? This is the method of how we've been doing shit. But this is not like a little, like, just side little 15-minute thing. This is something we've been taking serious. So some of you would have already been involved with those, and you was probably confused what was going on when you were doing it. Like the news building convoy, for example, was one. And then Blondie, when we had that meeting at the little restaurant, that was another.
All makes sense now. Yeah, thank you very much.
They are all the missions that we're setting up for people, and that's the information that we'd given them, right? We were playing the part of people in those scenarios that we'd sold the information for. So we want to bring people in and let you all know that that's what's going on, guy, so that we can all do it. Because realistically, it's a massive opportunity, and it should be our focus. And after having a conversation with Steve, I was saying I want to make this our focus, but it's going to be very hard to do that if it's kept secret. So with the severity of what it is and the opportunity, the more we shift this shit, the more opportunities that come to get better things. And we don't know if that means blueprints. We don't know if that means whatever the f. But all we know is these people we're dealing with and the shit we're getting from them is serious stuff. And we're in conversations and in places and in meetings with people that really mean business. Like this is like some valid shit. So, with that being said, I want you lot all to be involved, but because of the seriousness of everything we're dealing with and what we have access to, it will be equally as serious reaction to anyone that like doesn't take it serious, because this is what we want to focus on. So if someone isn't gonna lock in and do it properly, like if we're doing broker shit and you can't like align with the ways we're doing it, I will have no problem just removing you from the gang, because it's not like an opportunity I'm gonna let someone being bored and around with ruin like a big thing for the Manor and all of us here. And I'm not just saying that as a loose threat. Like I actually don't give a fuck at this point, because this broker shit has been way more motivating than anything else going on in the city. So if people want to do something that would jeopardize that, then I'll just boot you.
They're good, we're good.
But yeah, equally, I trust that you know, with how I'm talking to you, that it is a serious thing, and that no one would be dumb enough to do that, because not only is it an opportunity for us, it's like everyone here, like it's going to be constantly stuff to do every day. Like if I need, I can get as many deagles as I need at a drop of a hat. Likewise for AKs. Like this is going to be an everyday thing that we can do of setting up missions for people, selling these information, all of that, which I know people will like doing. Like it is fun. And we've been doing it for probably like just under a week now, and it's been going well. It brings in money. Like you're obviously making profit off of it for the gang, and to reinvest into guns and invest into like, ideally, right, we want to get to a spot where we're making so much money off it, we can go and buy like a plane and then use the plane for a plan, or we can go and buy a boat and use the boat for a plan, some shit like that.
Is that why we're owed a mill?
Yeah, we owed a mill because I had to use gang money to fund the AKs.
Yeah, okay.
So until those AKs have been funneled through broker missions, that money won't come back into the account. So once we've like got rid of the batch, then it will come back in.
So you know the information, like what do you give the people? Like just like
I'll give you an example, right?
Location or something like.
So we called Tony Corleone Cyprus, and they paid us 200K for information. Their information was that there's a new MC in town, and that they've just arrived, and that they've just picked up a shipment of weapons. Go there, sneak in, steal the shipment, and leave. So we all went down there disguised as members of an MC, had a car full of guns. They came down, distracted us, stole the car, dipped, got the guns. The more money they pay, the more serious the mission is. So someone paid more than that, and we did a full-on military-level convoy with an armored vehicle with guns on the top of it, and Hades had to intercept it to get the guns. So the more they spend on the info, the harder it is. But one thing we've set with the brokers is that we have a rule, which is no violence. So the task they're given, or like the information they're given, they aren't allowed to kill anyone. Because obviously it's us there pretending to be someone else, right? We don't want to die. So yeah, that one you was a part of, Blondie, was that was like a perfect example of what they shouldn't be. But like, we make amendments so that doesn't happen again. But there's supposed to be no violence, right? And that's like, we're firm on that, to the point where there was violence on one we did recently, and we called them and said they're cut off. They won't get any more jobs from us for the time being.
Shit.
So it's like, they come do the mission, they have to be smart, they have to use their brain and not just think with their gun. Like, it's something different. It offers a different approach to these things. Like, how the f are you going to intercept a military convoy without firing a bullet? Like, that's difficult. You got to set up like a checkpoint or spike strips or do something creative.
Is that what you needed the spike strips for?
Yeah.
Okay.
Can anyone here do a Russian accent?
That's why you was trying to get Blondie to do it.
The accent,
Yeah,
the accent's changed. The accent's changed.
Yeah, every single time we do it is different.
Yeah.
And we like to have like, we've built
else.
like fake people, and we like to continue the story, right? So we did the fake MC for his crew, and then for Chaos Legion, we said, oh, an MC's recently been robbed of their guns. They're now going to meet a gun supplier to pick up some more. And then that's when they turned up and impersonated that MC, the one that you was at, Matt. That's
so
what that
good.
was. That was the follow-up to that, basically.
DJ had been creasing on that.
That shit was funny. That was a good one. That was a good one.
So there's the thing is as well, which is good about bringing all of you in, it's way more people to have ideas. So like, if anyone has ideas for drops and stuff, we'll be doing them every single day.
And is it just the people here that know about it?
As of
got a
right
list,
now,
mate.
if somebody is not at this meeting, then you do not speak to them about it.
Okay.
Obviously, if you're in the gang, we trust you. But at the moment, it only really makes sense to tell people that are around, right? Like, if you lot have all been around, so this is who knows right now. And if we're going to tell more people as they're around, then let us be the ones to do it. You don't need to talk to them about it or let them know what's going on.
Okay,
So you mentioned if other people had ideas for missions. I mean,
Beat me
you already
away.
know about the stuff that me and DJ were trying to do. Would you be interested in incorporating that stuff into it?
So we'd already spoke to DJ about doing that. So now that you're brought up to
raised
speed,
idea
yeah, that
wouldn't be bad.
Makes sense. We want to get to a point where brokers is essentially just the front for like the Manor selling illegal stuff, whether that be guns or if somebody like bro, think about it like this. Say you've got 4 cars, 2 of them that you don't use and you don't want. They're worth 200k at Mosley's, but you'd happily take 100k for it. You sell someone a 100k mission, you set up a mission where they have to go steal a vehicle with a specific plate, take it to a location, like take the plates off or whatever, and then you just sell it to them. You've sold your car, you've made the money for your whip, but you've also given someone a sick mission, and in their eyes, they've just got a car for information. Like, they haven't bought a car. Like, it's almost like the
That's
perfect
kinda like
model.
what
Because
we were thinking.
if someone
Something
doesn't
along
need
those
to buy
lines.
deagles, you're not saying, oh, I'm going to sell you 10 deagles. You're saying, I've got 100k worth of info, and then they're stuck with 10 deagles at the end, whether they wanted that or not. It's like, even if people don't need it, they still get it. So you've constantly got business.
And they'll probably go at the end, yeah,
Pretty
that's
smart.
worth it.
Yeah.
Just because of
Yeah.
value.
Yeah, who does like we're doing, like, I'll be completely honest, but this is another one of them things. Like, everything here is tight-lipped, but this is especially tight-lipped. The prices we're doing is undercutting absolutely everyone, but no one's ever going to know that because they're paying a lump sum for info and then just getting weapons. They're not sitting there and doing the maths and working out what they've paid per gun.
Are you still making? You're still making a decent amount of profit though with the undercuts and.
Yeah, I mean, we've made like in 3 or 4 days, like 300, 400, 500k.
Oh
But
shit.
majority of that just gets invested straight back into more weapons, or in the future, like I said, helis, planes, like boats, all of that shit.
It goes without saying, this doesn't mean you can reach out. Like, it's very important that people don't know it's us, or that the Manor is linked to it whatsoever.
James.
So you can't ring up your friend and be like,
Isn't it?
"Oh, what's that? You need
Oh, it
AKs,"
is.
and then the brokers call them 5 minutes later, because then that's just obvious, right? It's not how we
Yeah.
do it. We don't do an order basis shit. We hit people up as we see it fit, as the brokers, and we sell them guns. There's absolutely no correlation or link to the manor whatsoever.
I mean, I
That
was just gonna
needs to be
say
maintained.
anybody who I know who like sells like ammo, mags, or guns, I literally know like who they are, like
Who they are,
besties,
exactly.
for example, or
And
like
we did not want to do that.
Yeah,
Everyone's doing the exact same shit.
It's either
Burner
you know who they
phone,
are up front,
masked
or it's a fucking
identity,
anonymous ping.
and they ping you. Yeah, literally.
yeah.
When it comes down to the calls, like as of right now, the ones like I've been making the majority of the calls to people. I have like a fake Russian voice I've been doing, and then Steve's been making calls as well. If you have people you want to do them for, bring it forward. But as of right now, I'd say that only me or Steve makes the actual call, just to continue the like contact from the same people that have been calling them. But what we can do is, now that we're bringing in more people, like the way we've been doing it is we call them, we go, right, we got information for you, bring this amount of money. We meet them at a location, we get the cash off them. We say, right, in an hour's time, this is going to be happening here. We then go and prepare for that hour. We're there, boom, they do the mission. That's it, right? What we can do now, which will be quite nice, is if there's more of us involved, people can already be setting up, so we can meet with them and be like, you've got 10 minutes. And it like even adds more pressure, right? Because there's so many people more involved. We don't all have to be in the same place at once. It gives us a bit more freedom, to be honest. And sometimes we're going to do missions that won't need everyone. I can't lie. Like if we're doing like a 100k drop, we've basically been doing like pretty simple shit where it's like, go sneak into this place and steal this car. And it's just kind of like that.
Yeah, not every single person is going to be involved, but at least this way you know these people are busy doing brokers. It's not, because for the last week it's been pretty vague and distant. About
Yeah,
what
it makes
people
more
are doing
sense
now.
now for sure.
Also, it's fine if there's people here that don't want to be involved. If you're thinking, oh, this ain't my kind of thing, it don't matter. We still just telling you so there's transparency and you know what's going on. But that doesn't change the fact that it needs to be kept
But let's
tight.
just vocalize it. Blondie, Aiko, Matt, you have all been on James. You've
And
all been
James.
involved without knowing you're involved. Did you enjoy the shit you were involved in?
That was the most fun I've had in like ever, man. It was so funny. That was good.
Like we're talking